Number 5, fused limbs. While extra limbs, polydactylism, and missing limbs do happen with children of incest, it's really not common. In fact, polydactylism doesn't seem to be more common in children of incest, according to some studies. However, fused limbs do seem to be more prevalent in children of incest. In this condition, toes and fingers grow with the skin and flesh around the limbs or digits fused together, making the limbs look webbed or even lacking definition altogether. Number 4, dwarfism. Dwarfism isn't something you see after only one generation of incest, but it has been linked to incestuous breeding over generations. In the 1700s, there was a very close-knit settlement in Pennsylvania called Lancaster, which had problems with inbreeding. Young children failed to thrive, there were issues with infertility, and eventually they saw an emergence of Ellis Van Creveld disease. This disease is associated with dwarfism, as well as the stunting of the extremities and issues with the heart. The eventual emergence of this disease is likely due to a complete lack of diversity in the Lancaster gene pool. Number 3, asymmetry. In movies, you sometimes see products of incest shown as monsters with horrifying faces. While this is pretty much inaccurate, it does have one shred of truth. Generations of inbreeding can give rise to congenital birth defects, which include facial asymmetry. When you're born, both sides of your face tend to be pretty much identical, including your ears, your eyes, your nose, and mouth. With incestuous offspring, particularly after many generations of incest, we start to see that both sides of the face don't exactly look the same. Eyes can be higher or lower, and may be different sizes. Ears may be uneven, and the mouth may have a slant to it. It certainly doesn't make you a monster, but it's one noticeable side effect of incestuous breeding. Number 2, albinism. Albinism is a condition where your body lacks melanin, a substance that causes your hair, skin, lips, and other body parts to have color. People with albinism tend to have light eyes, pale skin, and near white hair, even if they come from a dark-skinned heritage. This condition is an autosomal recessive disease, which means that when people with similar genes breed, their children are more likely to have it. Cousins, siblings, and parent-children unions are far more likely to express this type of condition, as evidenced by what happens in small breeding pools. Number 1, lack of fingernails. This is another disorder found in King Tut, and it is yet another example of how incest can impact the genetics of children. Clubfoot describes a broad range of different foot abnormalities, but it generally can be noted by the bones of the foot being malformed, curled under, and misshapen. These conditions are present at birth, and are not terribly uncommon even without incest. However, the condition is more common and is far more severe after generations of incestuous relationships. While it can be treated with splints and braces, it is a condition that sometimes requires surgery and can permanently impact a child's ability to walk.